And good morning and welcome to the VSA Capital 5-Minute Morning Miner. It's Friday, the 4th of March, and I apologise, we've been off air for 2 days, but as hopefully you've gathered from Twitter feeds, etc. Paul has been on holiday. Ollie and myself have been in Cornwall for the last 2 days. I'm actually still in Cornwall, but doing a lot of research into the Cornish mining industry, visiting companies. We've been out also to the Truro Museum of Mining. I spent an afternoon there going through all of their details. So we really feel we're starting to get a really good picture of what is happening in the Cornish mining industry, and it really is quite extraordinarily exciting. We will, I hope, be doing a podcast on the whole, on what we've learnt, a special podcast fairly soon. So watch out for that. Anyway, morning, Paul. How are you?
I am well, thank you. Glad you had a good trip.
Yeah, I mean, it's been an eye-opener. Companies we visited: Cornish Lithium, British Lithium, Tungsten West again, Godolphin Exploration. As I say, we would then get going to museums and things just to get everything. It was we will be revealing all, but it's all winners. There are no losers, really. That's the really good thing. Anyway, Paul, what have we got today in terms of news?
Well, we've got one of our clientele from Shanghai Mining Club, Sierra Madre. They have added a second drill rig to their Tepic project in Mexico. It's a property that had existing non-compliant historic resource, but they've completely remapped the geology and found some new mineralization in outlying areas as well. So in order to bring the prior mineralization to compliance, they're using the first rig, and then to this second rig, which is a little bit lighter and can be moved around the other parts of the property a little easier, they'll use to test some of these new targets that they've developed on the property. So we're wishing them good luck on that.
Okay, that's obviously TSX listed. What else has caught your attention today, Paul?
Yeah, Resolute Mining, which is the London-listed West African gold producer, has updated their resource and reserve statements as a result now that they have sold off the Bibiani mine in Ghana, which was a significant part of the prior resource estimate. The resources for the year, due to drilling and production results at existing mines like Mako and Syama, have actually increased mineral resources by 1 million ounces to 9.5 million ounces. And ore reserves have been held at 4.1 million ounces net of depletion and the loss of the Bibiani gold resources as well. So they've done a pretty good job of otherwise offsetting the sale of Bibiani. But they do indicate, too, that in a separate statement, they put out a life of mine plan for the Syama mine and for the Mako gold mine. And I would say investors will be a little bit disappointed in that the first 5 years here, they'll produce about 370,000 ounces over this period at an all-in sustaining cost of $1,191 an ounce. That's a per year production basis, but we investors had been hoping that Syama would be more productive than it's proving to be at this point, particularly because it's such an automated mine.
It was news yesterday. We obviously didn't do a podcast yesterday, but Tungsten West did have news yesterday as well as us visiting. So do you want to just mention that, Paul?
Yes, that's right. They have now signed an EPCM contractor for the operation there at Plymouth by the name of Fairport Engineering Limited. And some of the long lead items are definitely on their way there, if not already there. And specifically, one of the things to the rejuvenation of the plant site is for new X-ray sorting equipment to be used in the mine plant.
Yeah, I mean, if you go there, there is a hive of activity. They're really cracking on with it. It's very exciting. Maybe finally, there was news out this morning, wasn't it, by Newcrest Greatland Gold?
Yes, that's correct. The Newcrest, the joint venture partner with Greatland Gold on the Havairon copper gold deposit there in the Patterson area of West Australia. Mineral resources and reserves have been increased then this goes up to the period of early December on drilling results. Now 5.5 million ounces gold and 218,000 tons of copper metal in the deposit there. So that's an increase of about 2 million ounces gold equivalent since the last resource estimate. And drilling is continuing at this point because not all of these zones like East Crescent and Eastern Brescia are yet closed off to mineralization, and all of the resources are still open at depth at this point. So they'll put in another 40,000 meters of drilling for this year up to the 30th of June in order to expand it even further.
A lot of drilling. Okay, let's call it a day then, Paul. I hope everyone has a nice weekend, and we'll pick up where we left off, so to speak, on Monday morning. Thanks, Paul.
We'll see you next week.